Ich jetzt sehr, dass wir einen weiteren grossen britischen Schauspieler begrüßen können, Daniel Radcliffe. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you in Switzerland because you're the Swiss Army man now.
I am. Yes, this is a very appropriate place for me to be promoting Swiss Army Man. Yeah, it's. I hope when your country sees the film, they don't mind that we have sort of co-opted that name. But yeah, he's called the Swiss Army Man, my character, because ultimately he is sort of a human toolbox that can store water or create fire or, you know, be used to travel across the water. So yeah, he is the Swiss Army Man.
It's kind of hard to explain, so ich glaube, wir lassen die Leute daheim mal ein paar Ausschnitte anschauen.
Was? Hey! Ich brauche deine Hilfe, um es nach Hause zu schaffen. Okay, Kumpel?
Okay, Kumpel.
Du bist ein Wunder. Oder bin ich so hungrig, dass ich schon halluziniere? Du bist besonders.
Ich bin besonders.
Es gibt 7 Billionen Menschen auf der Welt. Du könntest glücklich werden, wenn du auf diese eine Person triffst, die du liebst, mit der du den Rest deines Lebens verbringen kannst.
Oh mein Gott. So, das ist das Leben, das ich vergaß.
Das ist erst der Anfang.
The movie is creative and a bit different.
Yes.
And I heard people either love or hate it. Does that bother you?
No, I think that's a great reaction for a film to have. I think in a time when, you know, a lot of films are made with the goal in mind to satisfy the widest number of people possible, I think there's something incredibly exciting and really sort of necessary about filmmakers that trust their own vision and trust audiences to follow them rather than trying to sort of guess at what the audience might want. Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's an extraordinary film. It's one of the things I've done that I am absolutely the proudest of in my career. And yeah, and I think it does sort of, some people you know, just think like, what the hell did I just watch? But I think if you're willing to go with it and sort of, you know, just make the leap of logic that it asks you to make, then you'll have a really, really good time.
But honestly, I mean, you've been so spoiled with success.
Yes.
It's another part of your life. It's some time ago, but you've been Harry Potter for 10 years.
Yes.
And you were very spoiled at that time.
Yes, I suppose so. In terms of the people you know, the sets I was on. But actually, to be honest, I mean, I think I've been spoiled since. I mean, I did, yeah. I mean, at the time, I worked with obviously some of the great English actors and of their time. But since I've worked with like some of the most amazing American actors and some of the, and even more sort of British actors. You know, I did a film with Michael Caine and James McAvoy and Woody Harrelson and Mark Ruffalo and God, who else? I mean, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Just like I've been really lucky. You know, I think as lucky as I was on Potter, I personally think that luck has continued since the film's finished in terms of who I've been able to work with.
So is that identification with the little magic boy is nothing that kept big roles from you? Did it even help, maybe?
Yeah, I think it did help. I think for every casting director or director that thought, oh, he's only Harry Potter, there was another casting director or director who thought, let's see if he can do something else. And I think people get excited about trying to sort of, you know, directors particularly like the challenge of taking somebody who everyone knows and sort of reinventing them. I think particularly when I did Kill Your Darlings, a movie about the Beat Generation, the director of that was very excited to have a chance to show me in a light that nobody had seen me before. Yeah, I don't think it has. I think if anything, if I've been typecast as anything, I tend to play a lot of sort of intelligent but sort of emotionally damaged people, and if you're going to get typecast as something as an actor, that's a pretty good box to get put in.
But the role you play now is very different. Well, emotionally damaged, yes.
Yes, I suppose so.
But to bring it down to a few words, you play a farting dead body.
Yes, that is the sort of bare minimum of words you would use to describe it. It's yeah, I mean, I play a dead body who has lots of magical powers, one of which is that sort of gas escapes from him at such a velocity that he can, you know, be used like a jet ski. How
did you film that? I was wondering, what was the trick?
There was not really any trick. So we had a float on the water, and I laid down on the float and sort of held onto the sides, and then like arched my back up so that I was you know, sort of like the prow of a ship. And then Paul got on top of me, and they pulled us along by the side of a boat. So it's pretty much as you see it in the film. And then, you know, obviously lots of clever cuts and camera angles and things like that. But yeah, and gradually my character Manny starts to come back to life and talk and sort of learn about the world. He's damaged, but he's only damaged because he's sort of he comes into the world as a blank slate, and so when he starts talking to Paul's character Hank, he sort of inherits all of his neuroses and all of his anxiety sort of eventually gets projected onto Manny. So Manny, my character, goes from sort of a journey of coming into the world as sort of completely innocent blank slate to a sort of, you see him go through like a phase as a questioning child, and then a teenager interested in sex, and then a sort of middle-aged existential crisis. It sort of all happens in about sort of an hour of the movie.
There were a few very intimate moments with your co-star Paul Dano.
Yeah.
How was it to work with him? Did you get along well?
We did get along well, thankfully. We got along really, really well. Paul is, you know, obviously an amazing actor, and he, you know, he carries me and the movie literally. Yeah, I mean, there was no, like, I think on day 2 or something of the movie, we were filming a scene where he's trying to teach my character what excitement is and what physical excitement feels like, and he talks about sweating, and so but my character's dead, so he can't sweat, so to simulate that, Paul spits onto his hands and then just like dabs it on my face, and that was on like day 2 of filming. So I think at that point we were all just like, okay, we're going to be getting really intimate on this one, we can't be squeamish about any of this, so just like get involved. The scene where he's making me talk for the first time in the cave, you know, it was, Paul was being really gentle and nice, and I had to eventually say to him, just stick your hands in my mouth, like grab my tongue, just pull me around, like it doesn't matter, I don't care. So yeah, it was a very silly, very fun film to make.
Was it fun to make? That's what I wanted to ask.
It was the most fun that I've probably ever had. I mean, I've had fun on all my jobs, but this one was, it was probably 4 or 5 week shoot, maybe less. We were doing a crazy amount every day, and essentially, you know, Swiss Army Man is sort of an action movie in some ways. So you know, we were shooting an action movie in like 24 days, which is not long enough.
Yes.
But it was, the directors had worked with everyone on the crew either for sort of 5 or 6 years on music videos, or since they were in college. So everybody was friends. There was none of the usual sort of hierarchy of a film set was gone, which is great.
And how was the preparation for playing a dead body? Did you have to go to the morgue, or?
I did not go to the morgue. Well, no, yeah, my preparation for it was weird, really, because I just sort of, it was quite hard to prepare for, because I didn't know, I knew the script would probably be changing a little bit, and I knew that you know, I hadn't worked out how I was going to be speaking or what voice I was going to use, so made it harder to learn the lines because I didn't know what voice I was going to do, and it was a lot of preparation of just making videos of myself and sending them to the directors and saying, hey, does this look dead? Is this funny? Does this sound good? Like, and just through a process of elimination, just sort of finding out what they liked.
Now, you seem to work a lot. You're here in Zurich now with 2 movies. Yeah. You're on the next one already.
Yeah.
You're very hardworking. Is there anything you still dream of, a role that you want to do?
Not so much a role as I would love to direct. I want to direct definitely at some point. I don't know when, but I would love to. Ideally, I would like to write and direct. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to be edging towards that in the next few years. But I never want to stop acting. I enjoy it too much. But definitely, yeah, I'd like to sort of branch out into that as well.
Well, then we're very much looking forward to what's coming from you.
Oh, we hope so.
And hope to have that in Zurich again then.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
I thank you so much for your time.
Oh, not at all. Thank you very much, Tina.
Thank you. Und Ihnen daheim danke ich ebenfalls fürs Zuschauen und fürs Interesse. Das war es vom Tag vom Filmfestival. Einen schönen Abend. Auf Wiedersehen.